Yes, people, what's going on? Welcome back to another club debate. We are back, and this time we are discussing the England squad. Yes, we are getting the England squad for the Euros sorted on this video. So Gareth Southgate, just watch and learn, yeah? Anyway, before we get stuck into that, remember we are sponsored by Super 6. So make sure you're checking out Super 6. There's been rollovers for days and it's going to be £1 million possibly as well. So it's the best time to be joining Super 6 and getting involved. The link is in the description. So make sure you're clicking that link. Download the Super 6 app. Get involved. 18 and over. T's and C's apply. But it's free to play. Predict 6 scores and it could be you. Yes. Anyway, let's get stuck into this. England in the summer. I know a few lads that can't wait. All four of them at this table.
I'm looking forward to the I'm looking forward to the Snooker World Championship.
All right, we've seen how you started one of the other debates off, so let's go to this side.
But do you know what though, Adam? I mean, you've said it, and you've bigged it up there, but it's actually true. I love international tournament football. I think it's brilliant, and I genuinely believe that England are going to win this. I really do. I think I do that every year. I'm very much this time.
It's the hope that kills you.
You haven't even got your bucket hat on this time.
I will do. But as soon as the summer comes along, I am that England.
Rory, it's over.
Like running around singing World Emotion and that. I will commit, and I honestly think that there is a world where this
Can you stop being a Debbie Downer?
Mate, I'm an England fan. We have not won anything since 1966.
I think we can do it.
I think this is the best chance we've had in a long time.
How many times have we said that?
England was the best chance.
Every single
tournament.
every single tournament.
I'm glad we got
Wembley was the
Every
best
time
chance.
it is true, though.
1-0 up in the World
Like,
Cup
this
was the
is-
best
It
chance.
is actually. We are getting better and better. We
Yeah.
are getting more and more favourites to win.
This time, we've never, like, you know the whole thing, this time more than any other time.
Yeah, this
It's
time.
not often true. Like, it's not often true this time more than any other time, but this time it is. The best player in England, listen, like, this has never happened before. The best player in the whole of the Premier League is English. The best player in the whole of the Bundesliga is English. The best player in the whole of La Liga is English. They're all going to be playing for England. We've got the three best players in the three best
Ollie
leagues.
Watkins for England?
I'm talking not about Ollie Watkins. I'm talking about Foden, Bellingham, Kane. The three best players in the three biggest leagues in the world are all going to be representing
with
England in the
Stones,
same
with
team.
Walker, with Madison
How
and
many treble
Palmer.
winners? How many
South
treble
Korean
winners?
league as well. Jesse Lingard.
Tearing it up.
It's
Best
just
player in the Korean
dominance
league.
from top to bottom. It's dominance from top to bottom.
Yeah, I mean, and Boofy's right. Like, how many treble winners? How many players that played for Pep Guardiola's treble-winning side are integral to his team, but can also do the business for
The
England?
question is, would Southgate ever win a treble with these players?
No, but he has access to players that are clearly elite.
It's like giving a bus driver an F1 car. He's just not going to do it. He's just not, is he?
Anyway, look,
You're not getting better than that, you know. I don't.
I actually,
just stop there.
I actually
That was
think
good.
that Southgate was quite good, and he's easy to hate because we've got a wealth of attacking talent and he doesn't always use it. But he was quite pragmatic at the last tournaments.
He's always
where,
pragmatic.
That's what he is.
but
That's the
our game
problem.
plan worked out. We absorbed pressure and we scored on the break. We scored goals.
Who did it work out
I
against?
know
What
it's
big
almost
games
like
did you win?
We lost against
Beat
France because
Germany?
of Southgate.
beat Germany.
Germany.
But
he's
outside
like
of that
the
was
Euro.
before
If-
Germany.
We
If-
beat Germany.
if Calvin Phillips
It
gets out,
doesn't count
Spraggy,
3 times if you say
if
3 times.
Germany and loads of other teams.
Right, if Calvin Phillips starts the first game
I'll
of the
just
Euros,
not
I'm going to throw myself out of a fucking window.
What about Henderson?
No, Henderson can't start. No,
How many people go to a Euro squad? Is it 25?
26-man squad. So we've got 26 players. I think that the first 11, the squad is important, but the first 11 virtually picks itself. And I've made an agreement with myself. I started with the man in the mirror, and I've said that what I'm not going to do, which I've done a lot. Everybody knows that I've made my feelings known about Southgate.
Yep.
I'm not doing it anymore. I'm just going
already out.
to
It's pointless.
wholeheartedly
Yeah, yeah.
Let him focus on
for
the
this
job.
tournament. I'm just going to wholeheartedly back him, even if I know he's not the man for the job. Even if I don't really believe that he's the.
You know what we're going
man
to see
capable of
again?
doing.
Have you seen that clip of him getting angrier and angrier about Poch? Yeah. I love Poch. Poch is class. When did we get it? And I fucking hate him.
That 3 weeks.
I'm not going to say a bad word about Gareth Southgate. Gareth Southgate should never be here.
Yeah, no, he shouldn't. He shouldn't be in the job. He is.
Okay, so you lasted 5 seconds.
He shouldn't be in the job. But what I'm going to do from this moment on is only pledge support.
Starting from
blind support.
Gareth Southgate's
That is
right.
how-
Are we going to
way
pick
to
the
be.
squad or are we going to
The
pick the 11
keepers are
and go
easy.
down?
The keepers are easy. Jordan Pickford's number one. No debate. Sam Johnson obviously gets in. He's a fantastic young keeper. Nick Pope, if he's back to full fitness.
Why
He's been
not
involved-
Ramsdale, Booby?
Because Ramsdale's he's not got the right energy for me. When he's been on the bench for Arsenal celebrating rare saves, it's been a little bit performative, a little bit cheap.
I
There's
saw a
something
very
weird about
funny
it.
image of that. Somebody put an image of this man with a mask on. And underneath the mask, he was crying. But he was.
Yeah.
The mask was happy.
Yeah.
Nick Pope's been involved in the squad as well.
Rory means
Rory
memes.
always gets to memes about 10 years later. everyone.
Did you see it?
Just letting you know.
It's the oldest meme of all time.
Yeah,
Really.
Oh, is it?
oldest
Yeah.
meme of all time.
I was like sitting next to my dad.
Rory's just discovered Angry Birds.
Everton.
All right, so defenders. And we're picking
Sponsor,
8
yeah.
defenders.
Yeah, sorry, you're trying to bring us back to
Yeah, well done.
Keeping the debate
So
on
who are the
rails.
goalkeepers? Aaron Ramsdale or Haramsdale, as he's occasionally known. He's not in the team.
No.
Nope.
Nah. Also,
Are there any other goalkeepers we're missing?
is it a FIFA requirement to take 3 keepers or what?
Yeah.
You have to.
It is,
you
is
have
it?
to.
Yeah, because if one gets injured, then you've got none on the bench.
You're messed up. Yeah, you have to.
You're never going to need 3 keepers. But carry on. Yeah, sure. Nick Pope
Just to
Johnson.
ask quickly, I don't disagree with this massively because I think Ramsdale's a troubled character. But do you think he goes? Do you, like, regardless of what we're saying, do you think Southgate?
I don't think Pope's going to be fit in time. And
I think
I
Ramsdale
think
goes.
Ramsdale actually goes. Yeah.
Because even if Pope did go, Ramsdale goes ahead of Sam Johnston, surely.
yes.
Yeah.
Johnson's playing football though.
Yeah, Johnson's playing.
That's a good point. But we've seen with
I think of
Gareth Southgate,
but of all the
he
positions-
says that, but you
of
don't
all
really
the
care about
positions,
that.
though, you need to be playing some football before you go play a major tournament.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter because Pickford's going to play every game anyway.
Fine.
Yeah,
okay.
Pickford's every game.
The defenders.
Yeah,
who
who
we
gets injured?
Who we going
Ramsdale's
for?
third.
This is easy for left back. Luke Shaw, 1,000,000%. Kieran Trippier, 100%.
Can I just add,
I
as a
don't
Man
think
United
Trippier's
fan,
100%.
I think Trippier
think
100%.
Trippier-
Luke Shaw's been perennially injured.
Luke Shaw's been out all season. Kieran
Trippier's had a
Trippier's had a
shocker.
terrible.
It's based on if they're fit for the tournament.
No,
they
but
go.
Trippier's not had a good season, Booth, and he's not playing.
But Southgate will definitely.
will
If
take
Southgate's
him,
going to Amsterdam to watch
No, but
Henderson
we're
play
not
football,
picking. But
Trippier will
as we
definitely be involved.
demonstrated with the way that we picked our goalkeepers, we're not predicting Southgate's lineup, are we? We're taking our line.
Yeah, and I would take
club's-
Trippier.
But is there something to be said for Trippier for having been in and around that squad of 2 successful quote unquote
we
campaigns?
get the dead cert defenders. Harry Maguire's clearly going, right?
Yeah.
That's fair, right?
So wait,
Harry Maguire will start, by the way.
As
He'll
someone
go.
that has to watch
Southgate-
Harry
oh, no,
Maguire on a
it's
regular
going.
basis, the fact that he's a cornerstone of Gareth Southgate's England team says everything you need to know about Gareth Southgate.
It doesn't. It says there's a lack of quality talent in this country for
No,
centre backs.
man.
He's
Do
a
you
fantastic.
Bro,
servant.
I would just-
He's a fantastic. servant
I
for the
actually
country.
just want to say
Tomori,
he's been
Colwill,
incredible for England.
Konza. No, he hasn't. There's so many there's so many
Mark
centre backs.
Gahey's a
Johnny
better
Evans
defender
is
this
better
season.
than Harry Maguire.
Who?
He's Johnny Evans. I know he's not English, but he's
fact.
36
That's a
years old.
I think Ben White playing out of position, which I'm going to call it now, out of position as a centre half is a better option.
Oh,
than
way
Yeah.
better. Way
Harry
better.
Maguire.
Yeah, of
Bang
course.
on.
Of course.
I think that,
There's not many, though. There's not
I think
many.
that's ludicrous.
Has to go.
Given what Harry Maguire's done for England at the last two major tournaments,
We got to stop saying that, man.
What's he done?
He is what he is. He's not very good. Sorry, I was going to be very harsh.
I
He's
watch
not very
watch
good.
every England game, and he's been absolutely superb for England for the last 3 years.
It's not true.
I think
That's
it's
not true.
last tournament.
He
3
gets-
times.
who was it that twisted him up? What team was that?
He scored an own goal against
Was it
Scotland.
Panama? Or Tunisia?
it's a great, yeah, but it's a great
Scored an own
finish.
goal against. You know this whole "he's never let his country down" thing. It's just a complete misnomer.
That is quite
It's not true. It's just a misnomer.
That's quite a binary, thing.
Yeah, but that's what I mean.
You
that's
brought
just what was
up
said.
one example.
He
What
might,
about
he
the
might have played like the
What
amazing
about when we
penalty.
went over to Italy and he got done over there badly?
What about the
penalty? 2 examples. How many do you want?
Well, I was going to before you interrupted me, but he's been fantastic in 3 tournaments for England. He's played a tournament in the Euros, scored a big penalty. Talk about England players bottling penalties in big moments. He scored an amazing penalty at Wembley. Obviously, other players missed those penalties and we were unfortunate. He's not been bad for England. What like, come on. Like, maybe he doesn't start.
He
The
hasn't-
Ben White shout
Bro,
from Roy's. Spot
Imagine
on.
you're Ben White or you're Konza,
Mark
who's been
Gahey.
very good for
Mark Gahey.
We're saying the
and
squad
you're
makes
seeing
the
some fella
squad.
that's been out for United
To be
on
fair,
the bench
we're
most
trying
of the
to
time,
name the
and
squad.
now he's
It's a
starting
squad.
for
I don't think
England.
We're
he
trying to name
starts.
the squad.
Okay, he's in the squad, so don't
Right. Harry Maguire's in. Stones is in. We're going to say Walker is definitely in.
Yeah.
Shaw's
Yeah.
in if he's fit. So we've got 4. Would you put Trent as a fullback?
Trent has to be.
Yeah,
Trent
yeah.
has
So
to be.
that's
Because
five-
Reece
5
James has been
defenders.
injured, so Reece James is very unlikely to go.
I would.
Ben Chilwell.
Chilwell will go if he's
Has
fit
to-
as
has
a left
to,
back.
yeah.
But
You know,
Ben
we've got
Chilwell,
2 left.
can we just get Rory's opinion on Ben Chilwell? Because Chilwell, when I watch Chelsea and I watch him less than you, he doesn't look as good as he once did.
I think he goes if he's fit. The debate isn't how good is he. The debate is, can you pick someone who's been injured for half the season? Can you pick Reece James, who's been injured for half the season? In my opinion, if you aren't playing regular football, I don't think you should be going. And that's applicable to Luke Shaw and Ben Chilwell and Reece James and whoever else.
yeah.
But it feels like on this table, that isn't the metric. It feels like we're taking players who have been good regardless of whether they've been good this season.
What about anyone seen Tomori this year? I've not seen much. Is he-
Tomori, I haven't seen too much of it.
I know
this year.
Loftus-Cheek's doing a business over there as well. But
Yeah.
So
So
we
it's
need,
standard, that league.
we need to pick two more. I would say Conte deserves it, but I'm not sure. If
I think Konza deserves it. I do.
you got Mark Gay, you have
Tomori's
Tomori,
played at the highest
you
level.
got Lewis Dunk. Lewis Dunk got destroyed over.
Their defense
in
is shocking.
AC Milan. Yeah,
Yeah, I wouldn't take Lewis Dunk. I'd take Tomori. Being at a big club, Champions League football's huge.
What about?
I think you also need to take some of these younger centre backs to get them ready for
who's
future
missing,
tournaments.
which no one has
yeah.
mentioned on here, but he's been incredible. I'm not sure if you've seen, but Branthwaite at Everton has been
Amazing.
Great
sensational.
shout.
Tucky, you know,
I think
I'll
I think
take
he's a player that should be almost starting for England. I don't think that's going to happen.
He should be
might
in the squad.
100%.
Yeah, it's a great shout.
I think he
That's a
should
good
be.
shout.
Their defense has been superb as well.
Oh, yeah, you know what? I'll go Branthwaite, man. John Stones, Maguire's going to go. Branthwaite, who's the fourth?
Colwill. So you play him as a left back.
Cole
needs
should
Konsa
go.
plays right back as well, but you've got very good talent there.
Co-
right?
I don't think Conte will do
Yeah.
it. I don't think it'll.
We're more likely to have to fill in at left back than we are
agreed,
right, aren't
So
we?
we filled that, have we?
Kieran Trippier wasn't in that list. He'll probably end up playing left back. All joking aside.
So you got
can take it.
Trippier,
It's so
Walker will
versatile.
be your right backs, won't they? Trippier,
What?
Walker, Shaw.
Trent.
Trent here.
Trent,
Easy
yeah.
midfield.
We're after naming about 10 defenders, boys.
Yeah, there's too many.
We're
It's-
putting-
I
Trent-
don't think Trippier goes. Like regardless of
I
anything,
think Trippier
there's
goes.
just too many names.
I think Trippier goes.
But we need to name 7 and we've named 10.
All right, so who are the 7? Maybe
some
Luke
more
Shaw.
Eight.
What do you want? 8?
Branthwaite. You said Branthwaite. He's not going to go, is he? Let's be real.
Really?
You should.
I feel like that's the thing. Like you need to take some of these players though as well that maybe not going to play, but even if they are options, good options on the bench like Branthwaite, but the experience for him.
But Gareth Southgate's not going to be the manager to benefit from that, so he's not going to make that.
Yeah, but
decision.
being in and around the squad and the
Yeah, but
idea of being at a
I get
major
what
It
you're
would be,
saying.
it would be like it would be like telling Mauricio Pochettino to blood the youth at Chelsea when his job is hanging
think
by a
Southgate
thread
could be
today.
there
He's
for-
not going to do that.
5-6 more major tournaments.
Pardon?
Southgate could be there for 5-6.
No, he's
more.
leaving this
the
one.
last one.
Come on,
No, he's leaving.
God's sake.
spare us.
Yeah, he was meant to leave after.
Straight to
He was meant to leave
Manchester-
after the
straight to
last one,
Manchester
though.
United.
Don't set him off.
Don't try and
Don't
say
set him
bring
up.
us into Southgate.
He
mix.
should have left.
Jesus.
All right, midfield, because I think the big point of contention here is probably Jordan Henderson. Obviously,
many
we
are you
just
picking,
spoke
sorry?
about Southgate going to watch him at Ajax, and then he did that thing where he charged down the keeper and it went out for throw-in, and everyone posted it on Twitter thinking that he's,
Yeah, I think the reaction to that was brilliant, though.
in what sense?
Well, because I think it was posted maybe expecting support, euphoria,
And everyone was like, grow up.
appreciation, and everyone went, "What is this crap?"
Yeah.
Which I thought was great.
yeah.
He can't go.
But Southgate still seems to have Henderson very much in his plans, doesn't he?
I don't think
He
so.
felt like that
Is
move
it-
to Ajax was very Southgate on the phone. Listen,
I can't
you need
pick
to go
you
play
while
in
you're in
Europe.
Saudi. But do you not think that it's? I think that circumstance. Even if Southgate initially hoped that he could take a Calvin Phillips, Jordan Henderson type character, I think circumstance, and this should be seen as through the lens of positivity. Circumstance has made it impossible because there are so many brilliant midfielders now that mean that Jordan Henderson simply can't go. Like if Phil Foden wasn't having the season that he was having, you could make a case for Henderson. If Jude Bellingham wasn't having the season that he was having, you could make a case for Jordan Henderson. If Declan Rice wasn't having the season that he's having, you could make a case. But there are so many players. Conor Gallagher is obviously ahead in the pecking order of Jordan Henderson.
He has to go.
I think Conor Gallagher should go. If you don't, that's fine. But what nobody can do in a rational, honourable sense is to try and prioritise Jordan Henderson over Conor Gallagher.
Can I ask you one question? Because you said at the start that the first 11 picks itself. Is that a 4-3-3? Is that how
Yes,
it will be?
4-3-3.
So say you've got Rice, you've got Bellingham, you've got, we'll say, Foden.
Yeah.
If you're going to need a player who is deputy to Declan Rice,
Yes.
because you can't have nobody. Rice might need to be rested. The weaker teams, if you're qualified through the group, who is the player that comes in at number 6 when Rice is not starting?
It depends on the score. Depends on the game. Depends on the score.
just he's
but
injured. He's injured.
Oh, he's injured. I think it would then be a case of it would be a conversation about form. If it was against somebody, if it was against somebody that was going to sit back and you were hoping to have a lot of the ball in attack, you'd probably bring in James Maddison potentially. If you were thinking that you were going to have to press, win a lot of ball, maybe you
sit
bring
there.
in Conor
I think,
Gallagher.
I think England could
So
do very well.
You juggle it. You
Personally, I
You need
don't
a
want this to
backup
happen.
sitting midfielder. We don't have a backup holding midfielder was the question.
Conor Gallagher.
Personally, I
Conor
don't
Gallagher.
want this to
Gallagher
happen.
could
I'm
be
going to
there.
tell you one. Personally, I don't want it to happen because I think he needs to be protected a little bit. But Kobe Mainoo could be the guy to be on
don't think
the
he's ready for
bench.
that.
He is, man.
I don't think
for
he's-
international football, which isn't as difficult as Premier League football as well, playing against some of these bombs out there.
I think we have to make a decision
He's
between
so
Calvin
good,
Phillips and Jordan Henderson, as much I hate to say it.
Honestly,
If you're gonna bring Calvin
and I
Phillips
hate
or
to say
Jordan
this, but
Henderson, you should bring in
I
Kobe
agree
Mainoo.
with Booby. As good as I think
He's got
Mainoo
no
is,
experience, man.
he's still very young. He's had a very good run of 10, 15
Played
games in
more
the United
football than
side.
Calvin Phillips.
But
Not for
the
England.
more when Finton mentions that if you lose Declan Rice and you're in a big game in a major tournament, who do you want? Do you want to be able to bring on Henderson or Phillips?
No,
you want Gallagher.
I want to bring on neither.
I feel like John Stones probably plays there. Is actually what the
That's actually the best solution.
doesn't
Move,
need
move
that.
Stones forward
Has he-
into that
surely he's
role.
Conor
Has
Gallagher.
Southgate got that in him to tell him what to do with him?
Is it not Conor Gallagher?
No, I think it's
Can he
Stones.
sit? Can
I
he
think I
sit?
agree. I think it's Stones more so.
But
because he's very
But you
good.
don't
He
take
plays that-
This is wild. You take Stones out of your back line.
You don't
which
do
is
that
because
really
I think you've got a wealth of talent there.
Wealth of talent?
at centre half. I think I think Harry Maguire's a much better option there than you do, and I think Harry Maguire
But
fulfills
even
that
if
role
we
for
do,
England very,
we
very
wouldn't call it
well.
wealth of talent, would we?
Stones can't play in midfield as a sitter by himself in tournament
I
football.
think we've got plenty ample centre backs to move.
But can
Stones
Conor
Who are the
Gallagher do it? If he
midfielders
can,
we're
then fair
bringing?
enough.
Yeah, he can.
Yeah,
Who,
so
who are the midfielders you guys are bringing?
You're taking Conor Gallagher, you're taking Trent if you're classing him as midfielder, obviously Bellingham, and Madison isn't a
Hang on,
forward.
why are we classing Trent as?
Because
Again, I
if
don't
he's gonna
watch
play
England
mid-
that much every week. Has Southgate ever played him in midfield?
Yes,
Yeah,
against,
Malta.
against
All
Malta,
right.
and he was very good.
I'll rest my case.
And also
He
Madison's
was
not
good
gonna
against
play-
Malta. Come on,
So it's the only team he played
I
against.
think
though.
I'd be alright against
I'd be
Malta.
good against Malta.
If Madison plays,
pissy
it's-
at international level, bro.
if Madison plays, it won't be in the front line. So he would he's best effective.
Can I just say,
his most effective
this
position?
manager is not going to play Foden as part of a
He will.
midfield three.
He's
As
made
part
it
of a
impossible.
midfield three.
He will.
Has to.
He
Not
will.
as part of a midfield
It's
three.
impossible to
He'll
ignore
play him
now,
in the
Adam.
front three,
No, he's playing in the
if
front
that.
three.
No.
He's not going to play.
No.
Who was the other player? He said Madison in part of a midfield.
No, Madison,
three.
I believe, might
No
not.
chance.
Madison, I believe, won't
Madison-
play.
he's
But
gonna
then
be
I don't
great,
think he
but
should
Madison
either.
might not
This
get
is
Declan Rice,
this-
Jordan Henderson.
This
You'd
demonstrates
need
the
him if
brilliance
Bellingham
of this England
was
team.
injured.
If you look at the players that
think
aren't
sure,
going to get in this England team, it demonstrates quite how incredible the talent is. For example, James Maddison, despite being dazzling when he's played this season, I don't think he starts for England. I don't
No,
think he
he
gets
doesn't.
near
No, he
it.
doesn't.
Jared Bowen, despite being incredible for West Ham, he doesn't get near the England team. That is how good.
Cole Palmer.
England B team.
Cole Palmer, Ivan Toney, they don't get near it. They don't get near
Right,
the
lads.
England team.
It's dragging on a bit. Who's in this midfield? Go.
Well, out of,
Who's the first three?
The three starters are undoubtedly Phil Foden, Jude Bellingham, and Declan Rice.
Everyone agree?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gallagher
Who's the
goes-
backup four? Are we going 4 or 5?
Three.
8 midfielders or 7?
Eight.
So who are the 5?
Madison, Gallagher.
Mount.
Mount?
No,
Are you serious? Mount?
Mount will get into.
Mount's not played enough.
He hasn't played at all.
He hasn't played all
If
season.
he's fit,
If he has a
Southgate will
run
100%
between
Mason
I don't
Mount.
agree with him. As
Depends on the
you
last
should
10
select
games.
him. You know, if he plays 8 of the next 10 games for Man United,
Did you say that?
Southgate
by accident?
was sticking
Did you
in the
think
squad.
of someone else and have a brain slip? Did you?
what and then recover.
Did you
it's
look
like
at it?
Maguire,
Did you
though.
mean to say like Rico Lewis and just accidentally said Mount?
Mason Mount.
No, I think that if he plays towards the end of the season, is there no?
You put Rico Lewis instead.
Maybe.
But and Southgate absolutely.
but just
adores
because
him.
someone's been injured doesn't mean they're lesser of a player.
Also, if
rubbish
he's
at the
fit,
World
in the
Cup.
same way if Maguire's fit, he makes the side, and the same way that's what Southgate will
You have
do.
to be playing. You have to have played.
That isn't that.
Okay,
but that is-
okay then.
he's
Let's do a
forward.
midfield. Why don't we do a midfield of Calvin Phillips, Jordan Henderson, and Mason Mount? See how we get on. If it doesn't matter if you're. If
Sounds like
you've
we're
been
doing
playing.
right.
But that's
Sounds
just
like we're
poor, though, anyway.
If it doesn't matter how you. If it doesn't matter if you've been.
Right,
Playing.
come on, eight
what Southgate-
midfielders,
Alright,
lads. 8
We're putting
midfielders.
Madison as a midfielder. That's where we're putting him. Right?
Yeah.
We're putting Madison in as midfielder.
Yeah.
We're putting Foden as midfielder.
Oh, mental.
Then we have Rice, Bellingham, Trent, Calvin Phillips probably goes, right? Probably goes. Henderson, is he going or is
No,
Gallagher
you
going?
need Gallagher.
Henderson's not in
Gallagher.
mine.
Conor Gallagher's going, and then we need one more. Is Rico Lewis playing enough?
I think it would be Mason
He's
Mount.
not playing enough.
I'd take
I think
Kobe Mainoo.
Kobe Mainoo in this
I'd take
division.
Kobe
For the
Mainoo. I
one
wouldn't
more-
play him, but
for
I'd
the
have
one
him
more,
around the
Kobe
squad because
Mainoo.
he's going to be
There we go.
England.
That's 8.
It's always
Spot
good to have like a
Southgate, keep your
precocious young
dirty hands
player
off
as well.
Kobe Mainoo.
Gaza.
Spot on.
It's Gaza, it's Owen, it's Rooney.
8 to pick is going to be the forwards, though.
Right.
This is
Harry
where you are-
Kane.
This is where you are the most.
So we got a short
without
list.
a doubt.
If I miss some names, let me know. Kane, Tony, Saka, Foden, Rashford. Foden we've already mentioned in the midfielders. Rashford, Grealish, Watkins, Sterling, Nketiah, Solanke, Bowen, Palmer. And there's probably loads. Ollie Watkins is there, isn't he?
I think you have to take Watkins at this
I mean,
point.
Callum Wilson would fancy himself as a shout. I'm not saying he's.
I
gonna
think
get it.
what I think Callum Wilson's.
I'd go Harry
not
Kane,
in that conversation at the moment.
Ivan Tony as the 2 strikers.
You go Tony. over
Tony
Watkins,
is
even
better
after
than
sure.
Watkins for me.
No, it has to be Watkins.
Yeah, you have to take
Watkins has to
Watkins.
get in.
Tony's a better player.
You
than
have to take Ollie
Watkins' second top goal scorer.
I don't-
He's got the
but
most
Tony's
goals
had
this
missed
season
half
that
the
aren't been
season.
penalties.
He's not exactly been good since he's come back.
He's not been good either. Yeah.
I like Tony. I think Tony's a better
Me
player.
too, but I think you have to put in on.
I mean, I
It has
think
to be.
Tony goes. I think Watkins goes. I think I'd
If you
rather
said
have
to me,
Watkins.
you got the money, you can buy one of these strikers, who you buying? I'm buying Ivan Tony.
but that's different
I
for
mean,
this debate. isn't it?
Watkins has had a far better
But
season.
he's
than
had
this
a far
little-
better 5 years when Tony was playing.
Okay, who's your starting 3? Kane,
Kane,
Rashford,
Kane,
Saka.
Grealish, Saka.
Saka, Grealish.
Grealish?
Yeah,
Grealish,
Grealish.
Saka.
Kane, Rashford, Saka. You
Huge
don't
player.
leave Marcus Rashford.
There's
out
no
of that.
Rashford.
You don't leave Marcus
Rashford goes.
out of
Rashford 100% goes, but he doesn't start.
Rashford will start for
start
England on the
Rashford.
left wing.
Raheem Sterling.
The only case you could make for Rashford is pace. Like England's front line doesn't have
10
enough
minutes.
pace. In fact, England's team
Mate,
doesn't
we
have
just
enough
said
pace.
people have got to play. Grealish hasn't played.
He's played.
He got
He's
injured
played
a few
this
weeks
season.
ago.
He's
He got
played.
a few injured a few weeks ago.
Mason Mount's barely played the season. Period.
It'll be Kane, Rashford, Saka.
Bowen deserves to go, surely, don't he?
I just don't think he gets in. It's not that he doesn't deserve it. You're right, he does deserve it. But
most of those players deserve to be a part of the squad, apart from maybe Nketiah.
So the front three starting assume Harry Kane, Saka,
Harry Kane through the middle, Jack Grealish on the left, and
Rashford or
Saka.
Grealish.
I'd prefer
that's
Grealish.
four.
I'd prefer
That's
Grealish.
your four, right? Kane, Saka, Rashford, Grealish. You want four more. You're going to take Tony as backup.
It's
You're going to
three
take
more.
Watkins.
Gonna
That's
take
two.
Watkins. I
Watkins
wouldn't
is
have
back
Tony.
up. Cole Palmer.
And then
is
you've
back
got
up.
Raheem
Also, Tony
Sterling.
doesn't go. Like Tony doesn't go.
No, that is a political
Tony
thing
has
as well,
to. Yeah.
unfortunately.
I
Tony
think Jared Bowen deserves to go, whether he does or not.
Yeah.
Does-
I
Or
think
Cole
Jared
Palmer.
Bowen's been better than Cole
But you
Palmer
just
this year.
no, you
Sterling
take Cole Palmer over
Cole Palmer.
Bowen. 100%.
Palmer's been good, but a lot of his goals have been penalties. Jared Bowen, for me, has been more consistent. Palmer might go on to be the better player, but
He will. He
Bowen-
undoubtedly will.
I think Cole Palmer.
So if you've got to take two between Raheem Sterling, Jared Bowen, Cole Palmer.
it's not Raheem Sterling.
It's not. It's
You
Palmer.
leave-
It's Palmer
Cole
and
Palmer
Jared
feels
Bowen.
like he's got the better momentum going into the tournament.
He will have his
Got
good.
the X
Bowen
factor.
scored a
as well.
hat-trick last week.
Yeah, 100%.
Bowen's very good, isn't it? Do you think playing for West Ham doesn't help him?
Yeah,
No.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
I think he's just very
Even though
unfortunate
Chelsea
that
are in
Saka
a
has that
worse-
position locked up. You know, if Jared Bowen played on the other wing, I think there'd be a case that you could make for
No,
him.
he'd start.
Yeah, but because he's up against Saka, there's just Saka has that
Because
position
one
locked.
of the
doesn't he?
names that isn't been mentioned here, but you've spoke about a lot this season, Anthony Gordon. Do you think he goes?
I think he just got a bad injury.
He's
injured,
8
man.
months
He's
out.
injured
I
for
think.
Oh,
6
sorry, I didn't.
But
Sorry.
if Gordon was fit, it's not confirmed yet, but if he was, I think he deserves to go.
He's in the
and
conversation.
start.
Yeah.
No, I think
Not
he deserves
start,
to go. and
Start.
He's been
He's not that
so good for the whole season.
At what level? They're 10th in the league.
So is Cole Palmer. Like